Hello everyone and welcome back to another new series of WARCRY. So this is going to be a daily but very short episode series because really I was trying to make a video on this topic, good and bad matchups for WARCRY, and I figured that it's really too much to talk about in one video. So what I'm going to do is talk about one matchup, sorry, not one matchup, but one faction every video. And every episode, we're going to talk about what their good matchups and their bad matchups are, and which ones are basically in the middle, which are fine. I'm going to start with the more powerful factions and go down the tier list. So we're going to start off with Skaven. Um, and already you can tell that there's a lot to see in the good matchup side, but not a lot in the decent matchup ones, and no bad matchups at all. That's pretty obvious because Skaven are really strong in Warcry. Um, be assured this will look different for many of the other videos I'm going to make, so yeah, look out for that. Anyways, so let's have a chat about Skaven then. Um, what are their good matchups? What are Skaven good against? Well, we have Legions of Nagash. You know those are very high in the tier list. I'm going to link that video up in the corner again. So Legions of Nagash are high in the tier list. However, they are a slow faction. They have slow movement but very high damage output. Now Skaven are a very fast-moving faction who also have some very heavy hitters. So they can quickly get in there, destroy single out models of Legions of Nagash. Um, They have some range capabilities if they want to, so they might even be able to take out the leader from afar or run in there with some of their super beefy models, kill the leader, and that's when Legions of Nagash are going to crumble. So yeah, I think that's a very good matchup for Skaven. Then we've got Stormcast Vanguard, and along those lines I'm going to talk about some of the other ranged and factions as well, because Stormcast is obviously a partly ranged faction, so they have some very powerful models with a high range. They also have powerful models like the Gryph-hound, who can move very fast and deal high damage, and then the Aetherwing, who's just in general a super fast but very fragile model. Again, I think those are a good matchup for Skaven, because with very high movement, it's easy to mitigate a lot of ranged fire coming in, so by just tying opponent models up. You have enough damage output and strength to even pull down like high tier, very well armored models. So I think again, Skaven are going to be very good in this matchup. And we've got a lot of other factions: Slaanesh, Khorne Demons, Sylvaneth. All of those have decent value low tier models. Um, so for Slaanesh, that's like the what are they called? I forgot. The girls with the scissor hands, and then Khorne Demons, they have their Bloodletters, and Sylvaneth have their Spider Revenants, and so on. So all of them have good, cheap models, and then a couple of stronger ones as well. That's basically what the Skaven have, but Skaven are a bit better at it. So the Skaven models all have 6 movement instead of 5, so they are faster. They have similar amount of damage outputs and wounds, and then there's strong models, the Red Ogres and so such are a bit stronger than those of Slaanesh as well, and they also have a bit better ability. So I just think all of those factions really don't bring anything to the table that the Skaven don't have, and in fact the Skaven do better at most of it. Maybe what's interesting here as well are the Gloomspite Gits. They are considered a very strong faction as well, and they are. Um, But I think with the high damage output of the Skaven, it's going to be hard for the Gloomspite Git's most valuable units, which are the Hoppers, to remain safe and do what they want to, especially since Skaven, as I said, have very high movement as well. Now you see that I've put dot 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 there. That's because basically any matchup that isn't in the decent matchup lineup here is going to be in the good matchup. So let's say Nurgle Mortals and so on, I didn't even put on here because they are very low on the down on the tier list, so obviously they are good matchups as well. Then we've got decent matchups, which are the Corvus Cabal, Splintered Fang, Idoneth Deepkin, Daughters of Cain, and Flesh Eater Court. So I think all of these can definitely compete with the Skaven. They are not better, so it's not bad for the Skaven either, but they can definitely compete. So these guys also have fast movement. They have some range too, with good damage output on the Kabbalist with spears. Um, some very fast mover heavy hitters with the big Raven guys, and then same goes for Splintered Fang with snakes who are really cost effective and really can take on the Skaven chaff quite well. And yeah, so that's why these guys are in the decent matchups. I think I've made this video a lot longer than I've already intended to, so I'm going to end it there. Hope you guys enjoyed and see you next time.